So if you're an ecom brand doing at least $100,000 per month, whether that's a fashion brand, a supplement brand, anything that involves a direct-to-consumer service, I'm about to walk you through the exact system that we've been using for our clients to add an extra 30 to 35% in email revenue for them. We've worked with brands such as Rick Ross, Daniel Patrick, the godfather of the streetwear industry, and many more 7 to multi 8-figure brands in the past 4 years. Now, my goal in this video is to run you through the exact system that we're using, and hopefully by the end of it, you get an idea on how you can implement it yourself. But before I get into it, I'd love to walk you through some of the results that we've been able to generate for our clients. This was last 30 days for one of the fashion brands that we work with, $96,000 in revenue, an extra 38% coming from email. This is both combined from the flows and the campaigns that we've been running for them. These guys were stagnating about 40K per month in email revenue, and the only way we achieved to get them to double it is simply by working on their deliverability. Right? They were facing low open rates, low engagement rates. The campaigns and everything, the content that they were sending out to the list was just fluff, and they were sending out to the same people over and over again. We've achieved over 50% in average open rates over here, and campaigns printing on demand over here. $310,000 in email revenue over here for one of our clients that we worked with in the past few weeks. Same thing again. They were doing about, I think it was like 20K per month in email revenue. We actually took them on because they were facing spam issues. So as I said, they were blasting out so many emails to the same segment with not tailored content, right? And obviously the list gets bored of them, right? And they don't actually open it, right? So yeah, one thing you want to make sure is when you send emails out, just segment it properly. Send it to the people based off their customer behaviors and send tailored content to them, right? And over there, you're going to see a spike in engagements, spike in open rates and everything like that. 155,000 in the first 5 months of working together. And the list goes on. 639K. And one of the things I tell our clients as well, when we step in and actually help them, increase their email revenue, is look, when we print this revenue from thin air for you, right? Because look, we get them super cheap. You just pay for the clicks. We convert it with a pop-up. And then from there on, the retention kicks in, right? The people come back, spend their hard-earned money with you multiple times because they value your product so much. I tell them, put it back into ads as well and fuel it and create a cycle which is never ending, right? Well, my name is Eric. I'm the owner of Vivid Concepts, a company where we partner with successful e-commerce brands and we build the infrastructure that they need to be converting a bigger chunk of their website traffic and turning them into multiple repeat customers. Now, the only reason I shot this video is because last week I got a pretty good win from a client and they just wanted me to promote this system because of how efficient and effective it is to win with it. As I said in the first part, my goal is to walk you through the whole system, and by the end of it, you're going to get an idea on how you can add an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per month in email revenue for your e-commerce brand in the next 4 months. But why should you leverage this as soon as possible? Now, you're probably landing into one of these scenarios as a brand owner, right? Many brands typically have an in-house team. If you're already at about 100K per month, you probably might have an in-house team or you're just paying an agency, all right? Here's the thing with the in-house teams, right? They're probably clueless about how to run this effectively because they're handling multiple things, right? Instagram scheduling, coming up with captions, same thing with Meta, coming up with captions and everything like that. And then you're going to ask them like, all right, why isn't email performing the way we want it to perform? It's ludicrous, all right? There is no insight in there, they're obviously working on so many things that the most important part, the machine that is going to generate you the most revenue, that's the most profitable channel for you, is most often neglected, right? Scenario 2, You're working with an agency that juggles 50 to 100 clients per month, right? To them, you're just another retainer. I've seen it multiple times. You know, you pay 2 to 3K per month, and you just hope for the best. Well, nothing really seems to work, you know. I've seen it multiple times where brands came to us and we've audited their accounts, and we've noticed the same pattern of copy pasted templates that they use for other ecom brands as well. And no wonder they don't get the results, because nothing is tailored for them. And number 3, you're doing it all on your own, right? And it's just getting overwhelming and it's ineffective. But it's not your fault, and there's a better way to do this, all right? Now, we've developed this hybrid retention system after getting huge insights from 40 brands that we've worked with in the last 2 years, adding an extra $10 million in email revenue. So not only you're going to be having access to our system, but the insights as well that we've collected from these multi 7 to 8 figure brands, right? We've collected so much data that we actually know what works and what doesn't. Now, let's get into the system. This is one of the first things that we'd love to focus on, the top of funnel traffic, where we come up with a great offer that we'll be split testing, and that's going to convert 5 to 7% of your website traffic to be added into our flows, right? I'm not going to go into too much detail on how we're going to set this up. Everything here will be tailored for your brand, but these are the specific flows that we can set up, and we'll set up many more if needed. This alone will be doing about 20% of the heavy lifting. So 20% of your total revenue will be coming from the custom flows that, you know, we'll be setting up. And then going over the customer retention side, we'd be sitting down every month, coming up with, you know, content calendar, coming up with the topics that you love to, you know, implement, whether you're running a restock, a new release for your brand, a sale that you want to push to get rid of some old stock. Whatever the case is, we're going to sit down once a month, come up with the objectives. Once the topics are ready, they're going to be sent over to our copywriters. Once the copy is ready, it will be sent over to you or your manager to review the copy. Once that's approved, it will be then sent over to our designers, and so on. Once the final email is ready, it will be sent over to you again to review. And from there on, that's the final email ready. But what happens then? Well, you either say, Eric, your team is shit, send this back, you know, and get it reviewed. But yeah, the email is then sent back to design and copyright team to be revised until you're happy with it. And in most cases, 90% of the time, the client is always happy with it. So the email itself is uploaded to Klaviyo by our assistant and scheduled out by our manager, depending on what segment we'll be sending it to, what subject lines we'll be testing, what send times we'll be testing, what offer we'll be testing, to make sure, you know, you won't be facing the problems that our clients were facing, like landing into spam, low deliverability rates and stuff like that, and just making sure campaigns and flows are printing properly. And next up, same way where, you know, we sit down and create your monthly email marketing content calendar. You'd love to do the same over here with your WhatsApp community. You never want to come off super last minute, like, or what am I going to send? Like, what am I going to send to them now? Think of this as the gold mine, because look, we've been working with brands that have a group of maybe 10K people, and they're consistently pulling in 50K per month just by converting them in the right way, basically, you know. So I've been rambling on for a while over here, but if you'd love to know exactly how we can implement this to your business, you can simply apply for a 15-minute walkthrough session where we'll show you exactly how we implement all of this for our clients to be making an extra $50,000 to $100,000 per month, and how you can implement it yourself for your brand as well. As a bonus, I'm offering a free 1-hour live consultation to see where your email marketing is at the moment and where it could be sharpened. I usually run about 3 of these a week, but on next Tuesday, I'm opening an extra 4 slots. So if you do find a time over here on my calendar that works for you, would love to speak to you and see exactly where we can help your brand scale to the next level. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it.